wind it into a ball. Only wind it into a ball. I give you the end of a golden string. I give you the end of a golden string. Only wind it into a ball. Only wind it into a ball. Only wind it into a ball. It will lead you in that heaven's gate, building Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us.
Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us.
Shri Mataji, we love you. Shri Mataji, we love you. Shri Mataji, we love you. Shri Mataji, we love you.
Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us.
Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. You are Mahakali Mahalakshmi. You are Mother Adi Shakti.
You are Mahakali Mahalakshmi. You are Mother Adi Shakti.
Your power within us when we feel it. Our hearts rejoice in bhakti.
The power within us when we feel it. Our hearts rejoicing in bhakti.
When we surrender, we are in paradise. When we surrender, we are in paradise. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. Shri Mataji, we love you. Shri Mataji, we love you. Shri Mataji, we love you. Shri Mataji, we love you.
Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us.
You are the supreme creator. You play the game of creation.
You are the supreme creator. You play the game of creation.
You have given us Shri Ganesha for us to have realization.
You have given us Shri Ganesha for us to have realization.
When we surrender, we are in paradise. When we surrender, we are in paradise. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us.
goddesses of Vaikuntha, bless us when we get together.
Gods, goddesses of Vaikuntha, bless us when we get together.
On the shores of Ganapati Pule, our hearts are united through Mother.
On the shores of Ganapati Pule, our hearts are united through Mother.
When we surrender, we are in paradise. When we surrender, we are in paradise.
Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us.
Shri Mataji, we love you. Shri Mataji, we love you. Shri Mataji, we love you. Shri Mataji, we love you.
Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us.
Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. We know your love is flowing through us. We know your love is flowing through us.
wind it into a
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session on the journey within. Very, very happy to have you all on board on this journey. And I can see that excitement for all of you because we all seem to be benefiting from these sessions so much. So we're very, very humbled, very, very honored to have you all here, and very happy to help you in any way we can. What is so exciting is that we've gone past 1 week. This is a 3-week course, 21 days, and 7 days are already over, and time just seems to be flying. I don't know where it is going, but time is definitely just flying. So just so honored. I'm saying it again and again, but we're just so happy to have such a global audience here. We are sitting here in Australia hosting this for you all, but we have yogis from all across the world who are supporting us, and we have all of you lovely participants from all across the globe joining for these sessions. That is some benefit of COVID, isn't it? That it's really opened the possibilities to be together on a global, in a global way. Like I couldn't imagine hosting sessions like this up until 2 years ago, or even last year for that sake, where we could have such a global audience. And so yeah, just thank you so much for that. So before we begin, I'm just going to quickly ask, most of you I do recognize. I'm looking at the list and I can see that all of you are return attendees, but just to confirm, is there anyone who's absolutely new today? If yes, please, can you put it in the chat window or just raise your hand? There's a tiny raise hand button at the bottom there. So you can just raise your hand or just tell us if you're absolutely new so we can cater. So Shweta, thank you. We could just see your name. Can you please quickly put in your email and your phone number or any kind of contact details on the chat so we can contact you and let you know how to catch up? Just stay for this session, enjoy today's session, but we'll also facilitate some sessions for you so that you can catch up on the last 1 week. And it's not that hard, really. You'll be able to do it very quickly. And anyone else, just feel free, either raise your hand or put it in the chat window below that you are new, and we'll take care of that. So just a quick revision of what we've done in this entire week. We started with our self-realization, where we did a few techniques to, with a few affirmations, ultimately asking for our self-realization, because we really have to ask for it, because it has to be based on our own desire, right? Then we did the left and right balancing. The left side, as I mentioned yesterday, and we also did it yesterday, is the side of our past. It is the emotional side. It is the side that makes us sometimes feel very, very emotional, sometimes very, very lethargic. So it might change, but that is your left side. Now, your right side is your side for the future. It's what makes you get up in the morning. It's what makes you make your to-do list. It's what makes you go to work. It's the reason why we do all our routine chores and work and things like that. So for people who are extremely right-sided, very futuristic, very future-oriented, they might get quite heaty on the right side. So we did a simple balancing technique where we use the elements. We use the ether element and the earth element to bring ourselves into balance, because our balance is where we are in the present. We also learned another clearing technique, which uses the water and the earth element. It's called foot soak. We did that yesterday. So you saw me as well doing it. And we had Rita from Australia as well, who also did a foot soak with you guys. Today, we're not doing a foot soak, but we're learning about one more technique. So let me make it clear. We're just learning about a technique called candling, which uses the fire element. And we will also be we'll also demonstrate how to use an ice pack, but fret not, we are not doing it today. We're just demonstrating it today. We will practically do it tomorrow. So we'll give you time to organize yourselves. So just letting you know that tomorrow we will be doing a tiny workshop on candling. Now, candle is very effective because it's the fire element. It's very effective for your left side. But in case there is somebody here who, Mabel, I think, was it you or was it someone here? I'm not sure of the name. Please I beg your pardon if I'm saying the wrong name right now, because I'm just trying to interact with so many people. I get confused sometimes. But one of you said that you are unable to use fire because of some condition, and that's absolutely fine. In that case, we will give you an alternative while we demonstrate tomorrow of what you can do. So please don't feel left out at all. So any of you who can't use fire, we will definitely tell you how to use the same technique using the sun, which is the natural source of heat, light, and available. Most of us are okay to go out in the sun, right? So you can do the same technique, which we will demonstrate today and actually have a workshop on tomorrow. So that is all for me, and to give you a bit of a brief recap on what we did yesterday. Now, the exciting thing about today also is that we will be having a bit of storytelling, experience sharing at the end. A lot of you have been asking us on WhatsApp chats that if we can share some experiences of how we benefited from Sahaja Yoga, how we got over some of our own practical problems. So we have organized that for you today. So we'll have Q&A, but we will also have storytelling before we start with the Q&A today. So hang on till the end. It is a weekend. So if you guys have time at hand, the meditation will finish in 1 hour. We will be punctual with that. But as soon as the meditation is done, we will have storytelling. So without further ado, I'm going to invite today's host, the first host for meditation, Sarah. So you'll have Sarah on the screen now, and she's going to take us through the meditation, followed by Edwin, who is going to demonstrate the fire and ice treatment. So over to you, Sarah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Sarah Lee, and as was mentioned, I'm on the east coast of Australia in Brisbane. I feel very honoured today to be taking you through the first session of our program today. This session should take around 15 minutes. I know a few of you came in and you're new, and what I'll do today is I'll talk you through everything that everybody else has learned over the previous couple of previous week. I'm going to look at the balancing, and I'm going to take it through in a step-by-step process. So we'll look at 5 steps today. The first step will be raising our Kundalini and putting on a protective bandhan for our Kundalini. The Kundalini is our mothering, nurturing energy, which allows us to feel this state of peace and harmony and balance within us. The second thing we'll do is we'll take about a minute or so to do some short breathing exercises, just to let our bodies relax, and particularly if you're in a country where it's the end of your day, just let all that stress go. Then we'll have another review of the balancing. So it will be the balancing of the left channel, which is the left energy. We'll balance the right channel, the right energy, and then we'll bring our attention to the central channel, which is the center of balance and the center where we're in the present. And then what we'll do is we'll have a short 3 to 5 minute silent meditation. And then when we've finished meditation, we'll again tie our Kundalini and put on a bandhan. So for those few new people today, when we're raising our Kundalini, if you could place your left hand with the palm facing out like that at the base of your body near your legs. And what we're going to do is from that point, we're going to take our right hand and raise it around our body. And Manica's shared her screen now, and she's showing you how we're raising our Kundalini. At the top of our head, we're tying one knot and tilting our head back. And on the second raise of our Kundalini, we tilt our head back and tie 2 knots. And on the third raise, we tilt our head back and we tie 3 knots. And once we've raised our Kundalini, we then put on a protective bandhana. And we take our right hand from our left side and take it over our right and then back. And that's once. We do this 7 times. And while we're doing this, just try and keep your attention at the top of your head. And then when you've finished, just place your hand on the top of your head and just sit peacefully. Now gently close your eyes, and we're going to take in 3 breaths. This is just to settle us down. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in once and take the air down into your stomach and feel it sitting there. And as you let it out, just let everything go. All that tension, all those thoughts, just let them go. Breathe in again, feeling that air in your stomach, and breathe it out. Breathe in again a 3rd time. Try and hold the air a little bit longer there. And breathe out. Just sit very quietly and just let everything go, and take that time to let everything go. One of the key, I guess the really important thing with balancing our energy channels, and Manica talked about it quickly, is we have our left channel. And as human beings, these are the channels by which we feel that emotion. We might feel sad, and it's the emotion, it's the feeling we have when we feel very tired or very fatigued. But at a subtle level, the left channel is very important, because it's the channel where we feel the pure desire of our Kundalini, of our desire to be one with our spirit. And it's the channel that is the pure source of joy. And it's not an excited kind of joy that we know, that we think about as normally as human beings think about it. It's a very quiet, peaceful state of being, of just being very comfortable within yourself and not being affected by everything that's happening around you. And when we balance, in order to balance our left side, we keep our left hand sitting on our lap with our fingers facing out to the front of across our leg, and sitting out quite firm. And then we take our right hand and we point it down or sit it down onto the Mother Earth. So if you happen to be sitting in a chair at home, just flop it down beside you. If you happen to be sitting on the ground, like it shows in the picture, place your hand down on the ground. That idea of the earth is something that we talk about all the time in Sahaja Yoga. So we don't actually have to be touching the earth. It's about that hand facing down. And at the moment, you might be feeling heat in your left hand and your left side. You might be feeling tingling. You might even be feeling cold. So just close your eyes and we'll just sit and let the energy from that left channel go out through your right hand. And the Mother Earth is absorbing all that heat out of your left channel. So we'll just sit quietly for a short time and feel what's happening. Take notice of your left hand and feel how it changes and the heat goes out into the Mother Earth. Keep your focus on your left side. And if you're feeling different things, don't be concerned about them. This is quite a new feeling that you might be having. Just let it flow and let the Mother Earth absorb that heat. Just let it flow out. You might feel different feelings in your left hand. And again, don't be concerned about them. It's your Kundalini working and nourishing and allowing that heat to clear out through the right side. Now take your right hand and place it back onto your lap. And again, just notice what you're feeling in your hands. And notice whether you feel that there's less heat or less tingling in your left side. Now we'll move to clear the right side. And if you remember, the right side is the side of action. It's what gets us up in the morning. It's what drives us to do things in life. But the right side can become very hot and very overactive. So in order to bring that into balance, we need to clear some of that heat out. So the way we do that is we raise our left hand up to about our ear, like you can see in the photo. and just raise it in a relaxed way. Don't hold it hard or tight. And by raising our right hand, we're allowing the heat from that right side to go out into the ether and be absorbed by the ether. And just notice as well what you might be feeling in your right hand that's sitting on your lap. You might be feeling a lot of heat in your right side. You might be feeling perhaps anger, or you could also be having feelings like you want this to work a little bit faster. And don't be concerned by those thoughts. Just let them go and keep your attention on your right side and let that heat flow out into the ether. Just let it go. And if thoughts are coming, don't be concerned about those either. Just let them go. As you progress in Sahaja Yoga, this balancing technique will become easier and easier and easier. And the state of peace will become more. And if you do feel you have a lot of thoughts, open your eyes and you'll see a photo of Shri Mataji on your screen, and you'll see her bindi. Look at the photo and look at Shri Mataji's bindi and just let all those thoughts go and let all the heat from the right side clear. Lower your left hand onto your lap. And again, just notice how your hands are feeling. Notice whether you feel like they're a bit clearer than they were before we started the balancing. Or maybe there's a bit more heat or there's a bit more tingling. Whatever is happening, don't be concerned about it. Just keep your attention inside. And now with your hands on your lap, facing forward, now bring your attention to your central channel. The central channel is the point where we feel the balance. It's the channel where our Kundalini is nurturing and bringing us into that state of meditation, that state of peace and quiet. And you might want to put your attention on the center stomach area and just feel that peace and contentment in your stomach. Through that balance and through that central channel, we can really come to experience that state of peace and quiet. Now take your right hand and raise it and place it on to the top of your head, keeping your attention on your central channel and bringing your attention to the top of your head. Just feeling that state of quiet. And as you keep your hand on the top of your head, just lower your head gently. Tilt it forward a little bit. Now we'll have a short meditation. We've balanced our channels. And take your hand down from the top of your head. And when you take your hand down, keep your attention or your focus at the top of your head. Now we'll just have a quiet meditation. Keeping that focus at the top of your head. And if thoughts come, just let them go. Not that thought. I'm not that thought. And the pure spirit of my Kundalini is in the center and I'm balanced. And there's peace and content. I'm not that thought. And if you need to, take your hand to the top of your head. If you find it helps you, keep that attention and that focus on the quiet and the content in your stomach. You might have feelings that come in either your left side or your right side. And don't be concerned, just let them go. Over time, through meditation, they'll clear away and you won't feel them anymore. Hatha yoga meditation is very gentle, it's very pure and loving. Your Kundalini loves you. Take your hand to the top of your head, your right hand to the top of your head. Before we finish the meditation, raise your hand gently and feel your Kundalini. Feel that loving, nurturing energy where there's no thought, where there's peace and contentment. Lower your hand back onto your lap and just put some attention on your hands. How are they feeling? Notice how they're feeling now compared to before we started balancing and started the meditation. they might be feeling quite cool. You might be feeling some tingling as well. Again, over time, that will clear out. So over the next few weeks, we'll all be working together to show you techniques about how to clear that out. So that state of peace and well-being becomes stronger and stronger for you. So now, to finish the meditation, we raise our Kundalini and put ourselves into a protective bandhan again. So we always do that before we start meditating and after we start meditating. So if you remember, you take your left hand, and for those who are new, you go round in a clockwise motion up. So start from the base, and on the first raise, tilt your head back and 1 knot. On the second time, tilt your head back and 2 knots. Keeping your attention at the top of your head while you're doing this, and make the knots very definite. And then for the protective bandhan, starting from the left side over to the right and then back. We do this 7 times. Keeping your attention at the top of your head. And once you've put your bandhan on, again, just check your hands. Check how your hands are feeling. Maybe they're feeling even different from before you raised your Kundalini and then put on your bandhan. I finished my little session. It's been great to meet you all, and I'm now going to hand you over to Edwin.
Hello, everybody. Good to see so many familiar people re-entering the room. Welcome to the session. And today we're just going to demonstrate to you how to use a candle for the left side and an ice pack for the right side. So Manica is going to demonstrate. So if you watch your screen, you will see Manica in the frame there. And Manica is going to, the left channel, one of the elements that's used to clear the left channel is the fire element. And in that process, we use a candle. So it's a matter of lighting a candle, pointing your left hand towards the candle and the right hand facing the Mother Earth. So as Manica is going to demonstrate. So basically, the fire element is used to basically heat up the left side. So like everything in life, there has to be an optimum level of everything. So while the left side is the cool side and the right side the hot side, it cannot be so cold that it freezes, so that in order, when the left side gets so cold and the temperature falls below the optimum temperature, that's when we get so many disturbances from the left side. So things like depression, sadness, and some terrible diseases from the past. So what we have to do in that case is we've got to point our hand towards the candle, the left hand towards the candle, because you're trying to clear your left side, and the right hand faces the Mother Earth. So just the way we do the clearing for the left channel, where we are using the Mother Earth to absorb all the negativity and distraction, in this case, we are using the fire element as well to warm up the right side. So while you are sitting in this position, you can take your attention to the left channel and move your attention along the left channel all the way up and down, and pay attention to your left hand. Sometimes you are able to pick up very distinctly which finger is uncomfortable. So you might have pins and needles or numbness or heat. Those are the indications of which chakra needs further attention. We will get through those details of clearing the chakras individually in the advanced days as we come along. But for today, we wanted to demonstrate to you how to use the candle on your left side. So we'll leave that there now, and we'll jump onto the right side clearing using the ice pack. So the ice pack, generally, because the right side is the hot side, depending on our level of activity and our work level, some of us work too hard, and some of us think too much, and some of us can't settle down because we work too hard. So one of the things that you can do is put the ice pack on your liver. That's on the right-hand side. Manica is be demonstrating now. But, if you're wearing a pants, you can actually stick it in your pants and just sit on it for a while. So sometimes, you come from work, you're totally exhausted because you've had a rough day. Just putting the ice pack on the liver and sitting for about 5 to 10 minutes, you'll be amazed at how it cools you down, settles your attention, and brings you to the center. So we will also do that in a future session, but more tools for you to have depending on how you're feeling, whether you're feeling left-sided or right-sided. So we will be able to demonstrate those tomorrow when we do the right side clearing. As you know, we use the air element and the foot soap to clear the right side. But in the same way, you pay attention to your right hand and see if there's any specific fingers that are giving you discomfort, whether it's pins and needles, heat, or just numbness. And that's what is going to indicate to you where you need to put your attention when you're clearing the right side, specifically of a specific chakra. But the liver, cooling the liver down with the ice pack also settles your attention and helps you get into thoughtless awareness or slow your thoughts down. So we'll leave it there for now, and we'll move on to the next segment of the program. Over to you, Barbara.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. It gives me immense pleasure to come to Cardiff again for this program of Sahaja Yoga. They must have explained to you what is Sahaja Yoga. That is, Saha is with and Ja is bond. It is bond with you, and all of us have a birthright to get this spontaneous yoga, that is the union with the divine, ascent to the divine, is our birthright. Only thing, we must reach that state of awareness where we become aware of a higher seeking within us. First, as a human being, we seek food, then protection, house, possessions, money, power, and then we find that all these things, even if you have achieved, you have not been able to achieve what you wanted, that is the state of joy. And thus you start seeking furthermore to find out what should be that state in which you remain in complete joy. Many people have no idea as what to expect. And also they are quite naive about the structure or the nature of this tree of life which is built within us. Now what I am going to tell you is the knowledge of the roots. So far with our developments we only know the knowledge of the tree. But we have to know the knowledge of the roots which sustains this tree. If we do not know that knowledge, it may be one day this great tree that we see, which seems to be quite secure, may completely be destroyed. So it is important for everyone to have that knowledge of the roots within ourselves and within our society, within human beings as a whole. Now we have to realize that we have come to this state of human awareness up to a point where we find we are lost. These days, in the modern times, we are very much confused because there are so many ideas afloat. All these ideas confuse us and we don't know where to look, what to see. The value systems have changed rapidly, so drastically that it is difficult for us to keep and cope with it. Despite all that, it seems that there must be some hope for us. After all, the Lord God who has created this universe must be worried about his creation. After all, he has to do something about it. It's no use only our worrying about it or being aware of the shocks, the future shocks that we may receive because of the mistakes we have committed before. It is He who guides us. It is He who has made us. And it is He who works out everything for us. For example, we believe that we do this and we do that. What we do is the work of the dead to the dead. We do not do any living work. We cannot transform one flower into a fruit. But you see, in different seasons we find different type of flowers, different type of fruits coming in. We find every child that is born has something to do with the society, with the parents, with the country where it is born. It is such a big selection that it is impossible to find out who could have done it with such tremendous powers of accuracy. A child is conceived in a mother's womb is a very big miracle itself to all the medical science it is, because normally anything that is foreign is thrown out of the body. But when the fetus is formed in the body, it is not thrown out. On the contrary, it is preserved, looked after, nourished, and thrown out at the time when it is fully matured. It's something such a remarkable thing we see every day, but somehow or other we take everything for granted. Human beings themselves, if they look at themselves, they'll be amazed how beautifully we are made. Something special about us. We know so many things more than the animals do. Like an animal cannot pass through a dirty lane. He cannot understand any architecture. He cannot understand any colors, any beauty. But we, human beings, have so many ideas. But beyond this is a state where you reach into an absolute state. So far, still we live in a relative world. Whatever we know is so relative that it is difficult to decide really what is right and what is wrong. Relatively, we can say, all right, this is little right and this is little wrong. But we cannot absolutely say that this is right and this is wrong. Here, then we start thinking, are we really fully evolved? We are not. We are not evolved. And when I say this, you should take it as a hypothesis with a very open mind of a scientist. And then, if it is proved, you have to accept it as a law, not before that. It is very, very hard to believe that we can become spirit. This is one of the big myths of modern times. And many a times when I speak about becoming the spirit, people say that, how can you say like that? How can it be that easy? But if it is a living process of our evolution, and if it is done by the power of a living God, then it has to be very simple, has to be very easy. Like if you have to sprout a seed, you just put it in the Mother Earth, and the seed has a capacity to become the plant, and the Mother Earth has a capacity to sprout it. In the same way, this happening has to take place. Today that time has come. That time has come. The time of judgment has come. And at this time, we have to see that we will be judging ourselves, but not by some sort of a weight or some sort of an authority, but by something which is within us, which we call as the Kundalini, is placed in the triangular bone called as sacrum. Just see, Greeks knew about it, that's why they call this bone as sacred. But what is this bone in the biblical understanding? It is the reflection of the Holy Ghost. We have to understand that if there is a Father God and a Son God, there has to be Mother. So this is the primordial Mother who is the Holy Ghost. And she is reflected within us as the Kundalini. In our heart is reflected the God Almighty. It is He who is the witness of whatever we are doing. This power manifests everything within us and then resides in a sleeping state in that triangular bone and is said to be residual because it has not yet manifested itself. This is the power of our desire, which is true, and the only desire we have which is pure. Because all other desires are not true. If they were true, any one of them when satisfied, we would not have desired for anything else. But it's not so. As you know in economics, that wants in general are not satiable. So you want to have something today, then when we get that, we want to have another thing. Then we want to have another thing. But once this desire of becoming one with the divine manifests, then you don't want anything, you want to give. Like you want to be the light, and then you become the light that emits light and emancipate others, raises them to the level of their spirit by giving them peace and bliss.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you so much, Edwin. And thank you so much, Sarah, for such a beautiful meditation tonight and for the lovely music and the demonstration as well. As always, let us raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in a bandhan before we proceed any further. So we'll raise our Kundalini and tie the first knot. Go for the second time, our right hand moving around the left. And as Sarah said, let's make definitive 2 knots this time. Now let's start again for the third time. Going all the way on the top of the head and making 3 knots. Now let's give us the protective bandhan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. So thank you again so much to everyone who've joined today. Okay, so before I proceed any further, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and show you a few very important updates, and then we're going to quickly jump to the storytelling round, followed by the Q&A. It is the weekend. So if you have time, I would highly recommend stay back for the story time. It is the experiences which really make you feel like you're not alone, and they also give you a bit of hope. They make you feel better. So please feel free to stay back. I'm going to quickly share my screen to show you a few very important things for today. Now, we've made some more updates on the website. As you can see, this is our website called freemeditation.com.au/21 days. As always, gives you the option to join the meeting straight away here. So when you move to the website, we're towards finishing part 1 now. We're on day 8, right here. So tomorrow, we're going to be working on the workshop we did. Yes, we spoke about today, the fire and ice. We're going to do it in a bit more detail. So I'm going to come to that later. Let me quickly tell you the addition that we've made today here is called the resources, called the glossary of terms. So if I click on this is really good because it gives you all the terms that we've been using. For example, chakras, catches, cool breeze, difference between yoga and meditation, what is a guru. So, all the terms that we've been using in these sessions, we've sort of put really, really simple definitions here that you can go through. So it's a glossary of terms. Again, it's been added on the resources. Right here, it says glossary of terms. As usual, we have the video talks, techniques, meditative music, and all those things being added regularly as we proceed further. Now, we will be needing we'll be doing the candle and ice pack treatment tomorrow. So while we do that tomorrow, please remember that, just a second. We will be needing a candle for that. So please be careful. Do not wear any clothes that catch fire. So it's very, very careful. When you're using a candle, please use a proper candle holder. Use proper candle inside it. Keep it at a safe distance. Please don't be irresponsible with the fire when we use it tomorrow. Common sense should always prevail. Try to wear cotton clothes, which are the best. Do not wear anything nylon or synthetic, which can catch fire. And keep the candle at a safe distance. It has to be used responsibly. Also, for a quick note, if you're using the ice pack, do not put the ice pack directly on your skin. When you're using it, try to wrap it in a towel before you place it on your skin. So as always, just common sense should prevail. We also are sharing some experiences today. There's another website that we've tailored for your enjoyment. It's called sahajayogaexperiences.com. We will share the link for this below. This has, once you go on this website, there is a tab right here called Stories and Experiences. So when you click on it, it's going to give you heaps of experiences. When you scroll down, you can just click on any one of them and continue reading. And there's a few tabs right here. So you can enjoy a few of the experiences in your own sweet time when you have time for these. So that's it from the admin side of things. I really hope you're enjoying these meditations as much as we are enjoying hosting these for you. The chat window is open, so if you have any questions, you can keep popping them there and we'll get to them. So moving on, you will see on the screen right now, we're going to be having a story time followed by Q&A. So if at all you feel like you're feeling really good, but you don't have time to stay back, please, that's all right. Feel free to leave the meeting. You can always watch the story experiences on the recording. The links will always be shared with you all. And otherwise, we're just going to give you 2 minutes of silence. So if you stay back, most welcome. And if you're leaving, we look forward to seeing you with folded hands and all humility tomorrow. So Abha, if you don't have ice pack available, that's all right. Just use normal ice. Take any plastic bag, put the ice in, zip it up or knot it up, use it, and then throw it once it's done. So you can use this temporarily till the time you can actually get a proper ice pack. This is absolutely fine. Don't worry, you don't need expensive equipment. Just normal ice from the freezer in a plastic bag will also do. All right, perfect. So we have Jenny here. You're all familiar with her. And just quick note, if you're putting your questions, just keep a little patience. We'll share the story first, and then we'll definitely get to your questions after that. So you're familiar with Jenny. She's been here, and she's been taking all your questions. She's volunteered to share her story today. So we'll just welcome Jenny and let her take the stage so she can continue and share her story.
Thank you, Manica. I just wanted to share my experiences of when I first came to Sahaja Yoga and what brought me to Sahaja Yoga. I got my realization now about 20 years ago, and it was at a time where I was going through quite a few difficulties in my life. I had 3 young children under 4 years of age, and both my parents had recently passed away, and I really wasn't managing my life very well. So I felt I needed to improve myself for my children. So I tried many things, many natural therapies, going to see many doctors, and nothing was really helping. And then one day I saw an advertisement in the paper with Shri Mataji's picture, and they were talking about free meditation classes. And because I had tried so many things, and I felt that I had nothing left to try, so I decided to try Sahaja Yoga. So I went along to a session. I got my realization. But I remember at the time, I didn't really feel a lot. So I was like a lot of you. So I couldn't feel vibrations. I wasn't always feeling the thoughtlessness. I wasn't progressing as fast as I wanted to progress. But again, because I really wanted to improve my health, both my mental well-being, my emotional well-being, my physical well-being, I kept persevering. So I would try to meditate every day. But I do remember after about 4 weeks of practicing Sahaja Yoga, and I remember this time very clearly. I remember the family were in another room, and they were playing, they were having fun, and I was in this room alone trying to meditate, and it wasn't working very well. So I remember saying to myself, this isn't working. I don't know why I'm wasting my time, but I'm just going to meditate one more time. And this will be the last time I ever meditate for the rest of my life. So I remember sitting there, and I had the most amazing meditative experience. And I don't think I have touched the depth of that meditation again. I've had beautiful meditation since, but not to the depth of that meditation. It was like I actually felt my heart open. I felt it was like a physical sensation. I felt my heart open. I felt my nabi open at the stomach area. And I felt it was like rain coming down on my head. So it was like vibrations coming down on my head. And I felt such an intense feeling of joy and peace. And because I hadn't felt those feelings for such a long time, at the beginning, I didn't even know what they were. I couldn't recognize them. But I just sat in this state for a really, really long time. And then when I came out of the meditation, I remember thinking to myself, well, maybe I should try this meditation just for a little bit longer. And it was like the divine knew that I needed a sign to help me keep going. So after that time, I knew that I was on the right path. And I began to feel myself getting stronger and stronger. So the changes were very subtle. Some days I would fall back and I would not feel very good. And then other days I would feel really good. So again, it was to all you people who are just starting your meditative experience, I say keep going, because you can't put into words the way your life will change. It is really a very, very wonderful thing. So keep trying and you'll get there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jenny. It was so nice to hear that, especially because sometimes we all need that reassurance that, it is no one size fits all. So it is not possible for us to give a timeline that this is when you will start feeling something, or it should happen immediately, or it'll take 1 week. Or I was talking to Abha today as well. Hi, Abha. And I was saying the same thing to her, that it doesn't matter. It can take 6 days, it can take 6 weeks. For some people, it is 6 months. But keep persisting, because this is something that you honestly do for yourself. I'm just going to add to this experience, because I was talking to Auntie Jenny just a couple of days back, and I told her that when I got my realization, before that, I used to get heaps of headaches. I was young. I wasn't married. I did not have children. I did not have many problems in my life, but to me, my problems were big enough. I felt like my world was always collapsing on me, even though to an outsider, it felt like, it was normal. I did not have any major problems, but it still felt like a lot. And so I used to get these really persistent headaches every night. And it sort of felt like I would panic and wake up in the middle of the night feeling so anxious. Like the feeling was almost like I had to catch a train and I was missing it. So, that anxiety you get when you're on a train platform and the train's just leaving and it's leaving and you're supposed to be on that train. And I used to get similar anxiety at night, and I used to panic, wake up at night thinking that, what did I miss? Is there something that I have to do? So it was sort of that kind of a feeling. And the day I used to take almost 2 Panadols every day because of those headaches. And they sort of became a part of my life. I remember I probably took them for almost a year. My headaches were that persistent. And the day I got my realization, I realized that my headaches used to sort of create a massive pressure on my head all over. So I can't say that, it felt like there was so much pressure collecting inside me and there was no release. But the day I got my realization, it was like that somebody had lifted a whistle of a pressure cooker. So there was like this relief. And that made me feel, it was so real. Like Auntie Jenny said, it's that real intense feeling you feel. For me, it was that real when I got my realization and I didn't get headaches after. So thankful for that. But it's going to be unique for everyone. But we'll probably have more stories coming this was spontaneous. I wasn't supposed to share today, but anyway. So we have Hetty here, and we have Vinola, who are also on the panel for Q&A along with Jenny. So we're going to take some questions, and if they have any more experiences that they'll share, we'll keep it spontaneous. Something that they feel they might need to share today based on any of the questions you asked, we'll definitely be on board with that. So starting with the questions, I'm gonna Jaya Lakshmi is saying that she experiences a lot of allergies and sneezing always while deep in meditation. I am worried that I may cause problems during these meditations when I sneeze. How do I avoid the allergy and sneeze during my beautiful meditative experience? So it looks like she has an allergy and she's afraid of sneezing while meditating. So which one of you three ladies would be kind enough to answer this question? Just raise your hand and I'll probably give that question to you.
I'm
so
happy to.
Jenny?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Probably it was Jaya Lakshmi. Was
Yes.
that correct? Was that her name? Jaya
Yes.
Lakshmi?
Yes.
Jaya Lakshmi, I feel what is happening is that you are clearing out this chakra here. So because you are clearing out this chakra here, it is manifesting as sneezing. So it is a good sign. Again, what you will probably find that after some time, your sneezing will change, will go away. So you're not disturbing any of us, that's for sure, with your sneezing, and just witness it and keep going. I remember at the beginning as well, my eyes used to water a lot when I was meditating, to the point where there were tears coming down my cheeks, but I wasn't crying. It was just a physical clearing of my agya. So there's a lot of these things will happen when you first start, and different things may reoccur later on. Does anyone else have anything to add to that?
Perhaps
Hetty?
the release of something, as you say, it's a clear out. So it's just releasing something. So yes, it will eventually clear.
So there you go. I hope that helps and answers your question. There's another question right here. This is probably from somebody who's watching on YouTube. Satya Narayan is asking, how do we get more vibrations in hands, and how do we increase the sensitivity in hands? So perhaps Hetty, do you want to answer? So they want to know how to increase the sensitivity in hands or increase the vibrations in hands. And Hetty, we can't hear you. You need to unmute yourself. You need to unmute yourself.
Am I on now?
Yes.
My glasses just broke. So yeah, to get better sensitivity, you just have to meditate. So over time, you will get better sensitivity. And just meditation clears you and brings you in the center, and over time gives you better sensitivity on your hands. And I still find that sometimes I don't have so good sensitivity either. So with your hands, it can always help to kind of wash them and rinse them in cool water. That often helps. What also helps is if you have the chance, if it's not too cold, to go outside and sit on the earth and have your hands on the earth. If it's not too cold, of course. Yeah, and otherwise just meditate and do the clearing for clearing the right channel, the left channel, and over time it will just improve.
Absolutely. And I think we could also apply some nice oils to the hand, right? like a coconut oil or almond oil, any kind of pure oil. So it can be olive oil, almond oil, coconut oil, just to moisturize the hands, perhaps. Is there anything else we can do?
No, that's a good suggestion, Manica. And also the wrists as well, because the wrists represent this chakra here. And if you're not feeling vibrations, it's, as Hetty said, meditating is the way, but you can also target this chakra as well. So you can use that same oil to massage around your neck and your throat, massaging your hands, like Manica said, and your wrists. That will all help.
Perfect. Perfect. So is there anything else anyone wants to ask? So Dr. Prasad, we have Dr. Prasad here. Hi, Dr. Prasad. Do you want to unmute yourself and share a bit of your experience, how you're feeling and how it is going for you? Dr. Prasad? All right, looks like we can't connect to him. Is there any other question? Jenny, Corina is asking, Jenny, have you tried any other meditation before you tried Sahaja Yoga? Do you believe it is unique methods of energy clearing of Sahaja Yoga that really resonated with you and allowed you to live a more peaceful life?
Yes, Karina, I did try other meditations. I tried other group meditations, meditating on my own. And yes, I didn't experience the same level of thoughtless awareness that I felt with Sahaja Yoga. Even at the beginning, I could tell a difference. So during meditation, I was able to go into that silent state. So definitely, I noticed a very big difference between Sahaja Yoga and any other meditation I had tried previously.
Yeah. So, yep, there's another question here. Oh, by the way, Corina saying she's thanking you, Jenny. She's saying she feels exactly the same.
That's wonderful.
So there's a Rakesh here who wants to know about the cure of Crohn's disease, and there's another person here who wants to know any experience about healing a disease. So I think a few people are willing to know how to go about healing diseases. So first of all, we are not doctors, but we can tell you a few things that you can work for your subtle body to help with the healing process. So I'll just quickly shed some light before I pass this question to somebody else here. Diseases, there are 7 energy centers on our body, and each energy center looks after the organs in that area. For example, we have the heart center right here, the heart chakra right here, or the throat chakra right here. So this Vishuddhi chakra looks after the thyroid gland, also looks after cold, cough, those kind of things. Your eyes are also looked after by the nose. So things that you would go to an ENT specialist are looked after by your Vishuddhi chakra, basically. So when you work on a certain energy center, the problems in that area start reducing. So for example, like yesterday we did the foot soak, and we were giving vibrations to each energy center, also releasing the negativities. What that does is it balances that energy center, ultimately helping in the healing process or removing the imbalances in that particular center, right? So Crohn's disease is related to the intestines by the looks of it. So any one of you three would like to shed a little more light about how to cure a disease or how to do something about Crohn's disease? Looks like it's about the intestine, so it would be the lower 3 chakras, the lower 3.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
just in general, the Sahaja Yoga meditation is first and foremost for your spiritual journey. And so it's a journey within, and that's why we should be in it. And it has a few side effects. And one side effect is that your physical health will improve, your mental health will improve, and your emotional health will improve. So, but first and foremost, it's to go that spiritual journey and keep on clearing yourself, clear your right channel, your left channel, the center channel, and keep meditating. And then all these things will start improving over time. But it's a bit of a slow cooker, and it's a bit of watching grass grow. So if you look at it on day-by-day basis, it goes kind of slow. But often if you 3 months in it and then look back, and then you suddenly see that a lot of things have changed, like suddenly you feel a lot better, or you're less reactive, or suddenly headaches are gone, and often you don't notice that it has improved only over a longer time.
Yes, and research has shown that many illnesses, if not most illnesses, come from our thought processes. So meditation affects those, your thoughts the most strongly. So once your thoughts come into balance, you will see an overall improvement in your health, regardless of what that issue is, as Hetty was saying.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah. Yes.
Just so, Sahaja Yoga is also about listening to your inner subtle system. So when you find any imbalances, and that relates to disease sometimes, you can just, we are taught how to check the imbalances, like feeling heat or heaviness on one hand, or whatever it is. You can use Mother Earth, the fire element, the water elements, to make sure that you're always balanced and strengthening the central channel. And as you go deeper into your meditation, your health will improve.
Absolutely. And there's a few techniques that Mother Shri Mataji has specifically given for certain diseases. So what we can do, if you can just share your number here in the chat, Rakesh, I will probably send you a message with probably a document or a video where Shri Mataji has spoken about certain diseases. The disease you're talking about might be covered in that. So you might get a very, very specific response for that. So just share your number in the comments. You can just send it to me as a direct message. And what I will do is I will share the PDF or the video link with you, which will be a very, very precise answer to your particular problem. So just send me a number on the chat and I'll send it to you. All right. Is there any other question or anything else somebody would like to share? Anything you felt in particular? The questions have been reducing. That's really nice, because initially you're bombarded with heaps of questions, and I think it's just settling in really nicely now, which is always nice. So while we're here and we don't have many questions, Hetty, do you have any experience to share? Any from your personal journey when you first came to Sahaj? Anything of interest for new people?
Yeah, I just wanted to share that question they asked to Jenny of if you tried any other meditations. So yeah. I've got a very long journey of trying just about everything that I could find on meditation or related, and I was, you kind of name it and I've done it. So, and it usually was like, I was into it for like somewhere between a few months and a couple of years. And then I found that, this just doesn't stack up. It's like the people are not balanced, or the meditation or whatever it was is not balanced. And it just not gonna work. And a lot of them were really expensive. So, and then I kept on coming across Sahaja yoga meditation so many times. And it took me a long time that I actually, really got it. And it was also through a course similar to this that I really experienced meditation very, very deeply. And then, so my first experience was really, really deep. And then it's a bit like Jenny. Then it took me a very long time to get a good good meditation again. But I think it's in the spiritual journey should be for free. You shouldn't have to pay for it. You don't pay to breathe. You don't pay for your heart to beat or to give love and compassion. And the journey within should be for free. And Sahaja yoga meditation is exactly that. So that's what I wanted to share.
And to this, I think Karina is also sharing. Karina, do you mind? You can please feel free to unmute yourself and share something about your journey so far, because she's saying here that she found all the meditations she tried focused too much on getting comfortable. Yeah, hi, Karina.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
we can hear you.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree with Hetty that I've been to many yoga and meditation retreats, and you spend all that money on having someone guide you through the meditations and getting comfortable, and they would turn the lights right down, and you have bolsters and blankets and pillows, and you lie on your back straight after dinner, so your stomach starts, making noises, and I just could not do anything. And then if I did get relaxed, I would just fall asleep, and I'd wake up and I'd feel the same anxious feelings. I would still get the headaches. I'd still get the palpitations, and I felt like I was letting myself down as well, because I wasn't getting anywhere, and I just felt like I was just wasting my time and my money for not really seeing much improvement. And it's a letdown I feel like I was letting myself down at the same time. So I must admit, then with Sahaja Yoga, I felt instantly the results, and within 2 or 3 days my headaches have eased. I'm not overthinking so much, and I feel like I just feel a little bit more balanced. The clearing the left and right channels has really, really helped me. So I totally agree with what Jenny and Hetty said with their experiences. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Karina. So lovely to actually hear you today.
Yeah, thank you, Manica. Nice to hear from you.
We've been chatting on WhatsApp as well. So lovely to hear from you today.
Thank you. Thank you for holding this. This is great.
Thank you. And we really feel like it's only going to get better from here for sure. So we can't wait to hear how it is for you at the end of 21 days, because I'm sure you'll have plenty of experiences to share by the end.
Yeah, I love the movements involved in Sahaja Yoga. I love the variety, the candling, the foot soaking, it's just I don't know, I really feel like it resonates with me. So I don't know how it even came into my life, to be honest. I feel like sometimes it's some divine power that, it's just it I don't know, it just comes to you when the time is right, perhaps. So I think you just don't give up, and there's something out there that will help you with balancing yourself. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Karina.
Thank you.
It's so nice to hear. Yeah, so nice to hear that. And finally to hear your voice as well.
Thank you, likewise.
So we have Kaushal here. So maybe Vinola, you can answer this. He's saying that whenever he sits for meditation, he gets left agya and a pain below the rib bones. So I think below the rib cage, he's getting a bit of pain on the left side. So how does he get rid of this pain, and how does he get rid of the left agya?
Left agya is, so the left agya meaning he's getting pain on his right, this side. So left agya because
Yeah, that's something he needs to confirm. So Kaushal, can you feel free to unmute yourself to tell us a little bit more about your problem, because it's a bit tricky. The left agya is actually on the right side, and the right agya is actually on the left side. So that's where it sort of crosses over on the forehead right here. So can you just feel free to unmute yourself and tell us a little more, like, are you really getting it on the left side of your head, or is it really the left agya?
Hello, hi everybody. Actually, my name is Kavita. I'm mother of Kaushal.
Oh.
Because school, the video name is Kaushal. And
Oh, okay.
it's left at there on right side.
Right side.
Okay, so you're getting it on the right side.
Vibrations coming from fontanel bone from Sahasrara. So and left nabi below the ribs on left side. Left
So
nabi.
it's on the right side, but left agya, yeah, Manica?
Yep. Left agya, auntie. Yep.
Okay, so it's something like conditionings or past, something from the past that's affecting you, or some, something from the past. So just let go and forgive, and eventually it should clear. It should clear eventually. Can someone else answer this as well? Jenny,
From past 2-3 days, I'm getting a lot of pain on left side. Actually, I had the problem of left, some aguru, something, I don't know, some catch has come. It's not going easily. I tried candle and salt water also, but still it's there.
Okay. Have you been practicing Sahaja Yoga before now?
Yes.
Oh, you have been practicing for a while.
I've been practicing from 1999. I got my realization.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So yes, I think everything that you're doing is the right thing. Continue to use candle on your left nabi and also on your left agya. And you would know as well, just placing your hand on those places and asking for the pain to go and to clear that chakra. So everything you're doing is the right thing.
And we'll be doing candling together tomorrow. So please feel free, keep a candle ready.
Collective vibration.
Yeah, keep
now
it ready. So
so collectivity is missing. So that's yours is difficult. Thank you.
Can I
no
just
worries.
ask
We'll do it together.
something?
Yeah. Yes, Hetty?
Yeah. Are you doing any other meditation other than Sahaja Yoga meditation?
No, I practice yoga only, meditation, but some people related to near me, they practice some other things. So when I think just the attention goes there, the catch strongly comes and affects me. That's the problem I'm facing.
Yeah, because and that's just for everybody. If you do Sahaja Yoga meditation, you cannot mix it with any other meditation.
I practice
So
yoga meditation.
if you mix it, you have really interesting, strange things will happen. So, and the best is, I've had a lot of experiences with people that still mixed it with something else, and then strange things will happen. So just for everyone, just in general, just make sure you do just Sahaja Yoga meditation at this time and nothing else, because otherwise you have no idea what is doing what. And then like after 3 weeks, you can make up your own mind. But that's just in general. Yeah, just make sure you don't mix anything up with something else, any other techniques or, yeah.
Yeah, no. So just keep at it. And tomorrow we're going to do a candle treatment together, which is very, very beneficial for the left side. So it doesn't matter. Don't be afraid. The general thumb of rule is don't let the fear get to you. If you are a bit more fearful of your surrounding or the people near you, it really gets to you. So don't be fearful. It really impacts the left side. So any kind of fear will make you emotionally more vulnerable. So I feel that's what's happening. So don't let everybody has a freedom to live their own life. So people around you are practicing their own faith, doesn't matter. Don't let that bother you or impact you as much. That's fear mongering, and that's not good. That's not what Sahaja Yoga is all about. Sahaja Yoga is about freedom. It's about a choice that we all have. You've chosen this, so just stick with your own choices and have faith in what you're doing. And don't let that fear come in the way. It doesn't matter. If you let that fear persist in you, then it will impact your left side. But I don't think there's anything to worry. If somebody else around you is doing something else, it's all right. Just bring a candle tomorrow and have a candling treatment with us. Okay?
Don't put your attention on it.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry at all.
So don't put your attention on it. Just focus on yourself and on Sahaja Yoga, and it'll slowly, I really feel it'll clear away. Okay?
Yeah. Excellent. And so we have Xavier. He's saying he doesn't. So Xavier, Jenny, do you remember we spoke to him initially, and he said he had a bit of a depression, and he's saying that he doesn't feel stressed anymore. He feels normal, and his blood pressure is also normal. That is so good to hear, Xavier.
Wonderful.
Do you want to unmute yourself, Xavier? We'll quickly have one last experience with him, and then probably.
Hello.
Hi, Xavier.
Hi. Hi, Manica.
Hi.
Hello.
So, how are you feeling now?
Yeah. Feel better. Feel better and better.
That's really good. That's really good. Just keep at it. You said your blood pressure and everything's getting normal?
Yeah.
That's really good. So did you have a foot soak with us yesterday as well, right?
Yes.
So just keep your candle ready for tomorrow, Xavier, and that should really help as well, right? Jenny, do you want to add something to that?
Yes, that's good that you're already noticing the difference in yourself, Xavier. The candle will be a very powerful treatment for you. So yes, you'll get a lot out of that tomorrow.
So yeah, just keep your candle ready and we'll see you tomorrow.
Sure. And yes. Last night I thought I was burned the candle yesterday, but I'm okay now.
You burnt yourself?
No,
or you burnt a
almost
candle?
almost burned.
Please,
But I'm
like I
okay
said,
now.
you have to be careful. Yeah, you just be careful when you're using candles. Use it safely. Like I said, don't wear clothes that will catch fire quickly. Keep it at a safe distance, right? You're only supposed to get the heat from it. You're not supposed to burn yourself. So keep it at a safe distance and keep it in a special container, which is meant to keep candles, right? So make sure it doesn't fall over, doesn't burn, right? Excellent. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. So I think we'll finish the session now. Sean has something to ask about music. What is the reason the Indian flute music is there? Is there any science behind what that is doing in regards to nervous system, brain waves and nervous system? Interesting question. So I think we'll probably take this as the last question today and finish the session after this. So he's asking, does Indian flute music have any science behind what it is doing to the nervous system? So who do I throw this question to? Hetty?
Yeah, actually I play the flute, not the Indian one, but the Western one. But yeah, the flute, in Indian music, Indian music is completely coming from a different intention than Western music. A lot of Western music is made to make money, basically, but Indian music and instruments were developed to actually bring our chakras or energy centers back in balance. So the flute is the instrument to bring here the throat or Vishuddhi chakra back in balance. And then you have the sitar and you have a lot of other instruments. Then the instruments and the music is designed or made to bring you back in balance. And that's why it works so well. So when you do your meditation, if you enjoy, then just search for Sahaja meditation music, and then just play the ones that you really enjoy because they bring you back in balance. So try not to play your favorite music because it often brings you back into memory land or whatever, you get distracted. Yeah, I found it a bit hard to listen to in the beginning, but if you approach it from that it will bring you back in the center and clear your energy centers, then it has a whole different feeling, and then it lifts your meditation to a different level.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask you, you said that a few days ago as well, that don't listen to your favorite music. And that was a common question I also got on WhatsApp, like, can we listen to our own music, or do we really have to stick with the music you guys are sharing? So that sort of answers it. Do you want to elaborate a little bit more on that? Like, should they just stick to Sahaja Yoga music that we're sharing, or is there any particular kind of music you should listen to? Definitely, like you said, don't try to listen to the kind of music you really like because it brings back memory. Is there anything in specific they should listen?
Yeah, over time, you'll get better sensitivity to which music is good for your meditation. And yeah, in the past there have been composers that were actually enlightened and had their self-realization, like Bach and Mozart. So they were born self-realized and they were born enlightened. And when you listen to their music, you can often hear, you can feel that it brings you to another state. And there's a lot of composers and musicians that are not. And but I think it'll take a while before you can actually feel that and you get the sensitivity. So in general, I just stick to those two composers, Mozart and Bach, and the rest to the Indian music add to your search Sahaja Yoga meditation. In general, I find the flute ones quite relaxing. And some of them, so you can also look for Sahaja Yoga and then a chakra, for example, the heart chakra, and then find music on that. And some of them are, for Westerners like me, quite difficult to listen to. But if I play it anyway, it actually really clears that chakra.
Yeah. Because every instrument, especially the Indian classical instruments, they are set to, there's different instruments for different chakras that really strengthen that particular chakra. For example, like you said, there's flute for the Vishuddhi, and there's sitar for the heart. Similarly, there's heaps of instruments which help in clearing out those particular chakras. So like she said, just look up music. Webber here is sharing some in the chat as well. So feel free to download. He's sharing links and he's also sharing some ragas in the chat down below. So just click on the tiny blue arrow that will help download that music into whatever device you're using right now. So I think that's about it. We can call it a night, right? It's about, I don't see any more questions. Yep, let's have a quick 2-minute meditation before we finish, since we didn't do a lot towards the end. So let's have a quick meditation. So, Vinola, do you want to lead a meditation right now so we can all get in balance and have a small meditation right now before we finish the session?
Okay, I'll do a very simple one. Put both your hands on your lap, palm facing upwards. Just relax. Watch your breath. And if we find our attention moving, just scoop with your right hand up the central channel and just touch the top of your head. And put your hand back on your lap. And keep your attention on the top of your head, as if you're balancing a ball on top of your head. Feel the peace. Feel all your muscles in your shoulders, your stomach, all relaxed. Keep it relaxed. You might feel cool vibrations coming out from your palms. You feel a bit of heat, that's all right. It's just clearing. We will always finish the meditation by raising, tying up a kundalini and putting ourselves in a bandha. So let's all do that together. We'll just raise a kundalini up, tie one knot, raise it again, tie two knots, third time, three knots, and now we'll give protection, call it a bandha, 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Auntie Vinola. Thank you for that beautiful ending meditation. Thank you to all the panelists, Hetty, Jenny. Pardon me, I'm an Indian. In Indian culture, generally, you don't call anybody by their name. So I'm used to calling them aunties and uncles because I also know them and they don't mind. It's different in Indian culture. Aunties and uncles don't have to be your relatives. Anybody who's elder to you, about 20 years, 18 years or older, they're technically aunties and uncles. So I feel very awkward when I call them by their name. So pardon me for that. So thank you to Auntie Hetty, thank you to Auntie Vinola, and thank you to Auntie Jenny for the beautiful session. Thank you to Uncle Andrew for the beautiful music. And thank you to Uncle Edwin for the demonstration on the candle treatment. We will be doing it tomorrow. And also thank you to Auntie Sarah. I feel much better when I call them aunties and uncles. So I'm going to call them aunties and uncles from now on. So thank you to all you wonderful people who have been on this journey with us. Thank you so much for your participation. We really, really cherish it, really value it. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the same time at 8:45 Sydney time. So thank you for now, and we'll finish the session. See you all tomorrow.
Chakras to go